Shalom and welcome to Branch of Israel. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from God's beautiful country, Israel. When God moves, we agree with it. When He speaks, we agree with it. But when He places us somewhere, well, our flesh does not always agree with it. We are complacent in nature and do not like change at all. However, in order for us to grow, we need to change. That is why we need to go beyond hearing His voice and watching Him move on our behalf. See, we've all been given life here on earth in our earthly house. For some, their house could use a makeover, and I'm not referring in the natural, but more so in the spiritual. Some of you may remember the movie The Shack, where one minute the man was inside an old rundown beaten-up shack, then the next minute it is a beautiful house teeming with life. See, that is what happens when God is in the house. When we draw near to God, He will draw near to us and fix up our house. The Hebrew word for house is bait, and is comprised of 3 letters, bet, yud, and tav. The letter bet is a lodge, a tent, a place for dwelling within it. The yud means hand, and in modern Hebrew, it also refers to the whole arm, which is exactly what the ancient pictograph for this letter looked like. Then the final letter is the tav, and it is a cross or a mark. Now putting that all together, we could say the house has God's cross or mark upon it, which He put there with His hand. So with that in mind, what other things are represented by this word in the Bible? The obvious answer is a dwelling place, such as a home or a tent. In modern-day English, we would call a tent a mobile home. Some other places are a temple or a house for God. How about a royal house, a palace, or a fortress? I could see this as a place for God to dwell in. Here are some other translations for this word that most people would not think about. A tomb or an eternal home. How about the inner part of what is within, whether it be within us or a place to dwell? That is why it is also considered an abode, a habitation, dwelling, or a place of any kind. And who generally lives inside the house? A family, and this is also a figurative translation of the word bait. Now you should have a better understanding of what Paul meant in 1 Corinthians 6:19 when he said, "Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God, and that you are not your own? Perhaps you are watching things you should not see, listening to things you should not hear, and saying things you should not say, for example, through gossip or word curses." In close, let me give you a hint. Close your eyes and ears to the world, and let God come inside to open them for you. Finally, let your mouth utter only those things that are true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, commendable, and give Him all the honor and praise through it. Then you will have a beautiful house for people to enjoy. For more teachings and information, visit branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel. Thank you so much for listening. Lehitrot, goodbye, or see you again.